Previously on me trying to create original content and upload it to YouTube, hoping to get more views and subs on YouTube because I'm an attention craving bitch. We're going to be buying a cheap and expensive store on Fiverr and comparing them. So let's start right off. You got a currency converter, that's a plus. All right, so this is the store that he created for us for $250. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be creating one single ad creative for both of these stores, and we're gonna be spending $100 on Facebook ads on each single store. And then we're gonna be comparing them side by side. Okay, so now that you're all caught up with the previous video, let's get right into this one. So in the previous video, we bought two stores at completely different price points from Fiverr and compared them side by side. One we purchased for $25 and the other one we purchased for $250. So relatively significant differences. We compared everything from the negatives, the benefits of each individual store, and what I would change up for them. But in today's video, we're gonna be testing them out with Facebook ads because, you know, it's all about talking, yada, 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 what I would say, what I would do, what I would improve. But the only way to see which of the two stores is actually better is through running Facebook ads to the store with the exact same ad creative, everything's the same, and due to the drastic price difference, it's quite interesting to find out. Sounds good? All right. So we're gonna be putting each store to the test and seeing which of them is gonna have the better conversion rate. Hopefully at least one of them gets a sale. So the only thing that I ended up changing for each individual store is the actual pricing because both stores had weird pricing and it's gonna be really tough to actually make any profits with it. So I changed both of them to 79 and 95 cents. So relatively decent price point. Seems like a luxurious item and I do believe people will still buy it for that price. And that's literally everything that I've changed with it. Everything else is exactly the same. So we'll be using the exact same targeting for each individual ad set, the exact same ad layout. We're going to be using the exact same ad creative, and we're going to be spending the same amount of money for each individual store so that pretty much no factor is different except the actual store layout. Now, in order to get the best possible results, obviously marketing is going to be a huge factor, and we want to make sure our ad creatives are as good as possible. Now, sure, I could create the ad creatives myself, but I'd rather let some pros do it on a more regular basis than me. So I'm going to be hitting up my guys at Viral Ecom Ads and seeing what they can cook up for me. So this is the video ad creative that they sent to me. Pretty decent. I think this should perform quite well. And if you guys are also struggling with your CTR and ROAS and in general your ad performance, this should definitely give you a significant improvement on your previous ad creatives. So if you guys want to give Viral Ecom Ads a shout and give them a test, I definitely highly recommend them. If you want to check them out, 20% out discount code in the description below. Give them a shot. So pretty much everything is set up and ready to go. Let's dive right into the ads manager and see what's up, what interests we're going to be targeting, and what's the layout. Okay, so we're going to be spending a total of $80 per store. So that means we're going to have 8 different ad sets with each a unique interest, and we're going to be spending $10 per day for them. We're doing ad set level budget. My personal preference when it comes to testing out products and interests. So let's take a look at what interests I'm going to be targeting. So these are the 8 interests I decided to go with: well-being, engaged shoppers, Spotify, just something random, health and wellness, neck, physical exercise, massage, and shoulder. Now, these interests are a mix between interests that I think could relate and could convert well, and some random ones to spice in there, some relatively broad ones, and engaged shoppers, and also physical exercise. As at first, when testing out your products, you can't really know which audience is going to convert best. It's all about finding and testing out new profitable audiences. That could be very broad at first when launching your ads, and it's going to be definitely okay if we're negative at first, as long as we get more data and hopefully get a few sales. But obviously in this video we do want to get some sales. So now let's hop into one of these ad sets so I can show you what I set up. Really simple purchase-based campaigns, $10 a day. The top 4 countries: Australia, Canada, UK, and US. Then we got both genders, as this is a gender neutral product. Age, didn't touch that. Well-being, we're going for this one. Then I excluded AliExpress and dropshipping to hide them from obviously dropshippers. Not gonna happen forever, but at least for the start. And then we got English, the 2 countries, automatic placements. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all these ad creatives. We're all set and ready to go. We've done the exact same thing for the other stores. So obviously Savvy Neck, this one was for Luxurity, and hopefully these ads kick off, get a few initial sales for us. That'd be awesome. But I'm not entirely sure about this because it is a relatively expensive product. And if we could even get 1 sale per store, I think that would be a huge W, because if you think about it, we're only spending $10 per ad set, and since $79.95 isn't the cheapest product, that'd be hugely profitable. So fingers crossed we turn up tomorrow with some sales. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
tomorrow.
So guys, results are in. We are back, we back, and boy oh boy do I have some results for you. But before we dive into those, I have something to announce, or not really, but we haven't done this in a while. It's giveaway time. So since we did promote 2 stores, or we are actively still promoting 2 stores, there's no really a need for me to actually have 2. I'm gonna take one of these 2 stores and then I'm gonna continue them for a little bit longer and document the whole process so you guys get a better understanding of how to actually decide and how to actually move forward with your ads, as I think that would help you guys out quite a bit, and I think you guys would enjoy that. So I don't really have a need for the second store. So if you do want to win the second store, or the worst store in this case, please do like this video, comment down below, hashtag give me that, and also subscribe to the channel if you are not yet, because there is a chance if you are watching this that you aren't subscribed. Please do. So if you want it, just comment down below, like and subscribe. Come on, don't be shy, let's fill up those 6K. And before we actually dive into the stores, one last little tease. Which of the 2 stores do you think perform better? The $25 store or the $250 store? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Okay, so I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's dive right into the ads manager. So I do have some positive things to say. The good thing is both of them actually got sales, both stores, so that means both of them work. That's great to see. And so we're starting off with a $25 store, and to keep it a little bit more simple, I'll show you guys some things that I look out for when actually initially launching and testing some interest at my products. So first thing, which is good to see, is obviously the unique CTR isn't terrible, except for this one. We'll actually hop onto ad sets, except for engaged shoppers. Engaged shoppers is just something that I like testing out, and that did actually register one checkout initiate. Now, the unique CTR, in my opinion, is relatively decent, but there is obviously room for improvement. So we could refine and fine tune some of the ad creatives, maybe the ad copy, thumbnail, etc. Test out a few different things. CPC is decent, but that's not the main thing that I do look out for. What is interesting to see is the drop off between the 3-second plays, 75 and 95, also gives you a little bit more idea of what you need to work on in your creative. How's the drop off happen? Now, this is my exact column structure because you can really actively follow along where your funnel is broken or how you can troubleshoot it. Where is the main drop off happening? From content view to add to cart to initiate checkout to purchases. Same thing goes for creatives. That gives you a better understanding, and you can reverse engineer things and see where the problem might lie, where you still need to fix a few things up. But obviously we know Facebook. Thank you, Facebook, for not registering a single add to cart, but registering 3 initiated checkouts. That's great, obviously. And we did get one purchase, which is all right, I'd say. And that purchase came surprisingly through Spotify. Now, from this PE, well-being, PE being physical exercise, and neck had the best CTR, so the people were most interested from this. But this is just 1 day of data, so actually just $80 that we spent, a total of actually 84.74 cents for one total purchase. In my opinion, that's not terrible for the first day. We're slightly below break even. Yes, we are going profitable, but you do have to remember we're working with a lot more of an expensive product, coming in on product cost, or we're selling at least for $79.95. Now that we even got one purchase initially through a $10 per day ad set, that's pretty good in my opinion. A lot of different gurus will say that you have to go profitable from the first day or else it's not a winner. That's simply not true. We need to give each individual interest at least its time of day to actually, have the chance to perform. And for that, I usually take a look at my break-even point. Now, for this exact product, we have a product cost of roughly $29 and we're selling it for $80. So those numbers give us a break-even cost per purchase of $48.60. So that means we can spend up to $48.60 on a customer, on a purchase, and still go break even. That means we don't lose or gain no money. So no profits, no loss. And we also have a return on ad spend of 1.65. So that means for this particular ad set, we have a 7.54 ROAS. That is obviously great, but in my opinion, maybe this was somewhat of a lucky interest that we got. And obviously $10.33 per cost per purchase is very, very good. Now, the good thing is that we can see here, this store works. This is a proof of concept. I think there are a few things that we can fine tune and, redo with the store to make it a little bit more conversion optimized. And definitely you can improve a few things with the ad creatives, but I'm very happy to see that this campaign or this product has performed, I'd say semi-well. Now with normal testing, I would definitely let this run for 3-4 more days and see if this was a fluke. Maybe I get even better sales, because just judging off of one day alone and only $80 spent is not smart at all, because you're not giving Facebook enough data and money to work with. It's a lot better to make actual decisions when you have a lot more data to work with and a lot more money that you've put towards this audience, so that you can make actual fact and metric based decisions. And this is not the case for this store, but since there's no use of me promoting both these stores if the other one was slightly better, so we're gonna turn this store off and we're gonna be continuing with the other one. Now initially I already had somewhat of an idea that this one would perform slightly better, and it did, but I don't think the difference is that big, and in retrospect the $25 store is fantastic for the amount that we spent, but I also agree that $250 store was slightly better and did perform also minimally better when it comes to the conversion rate. So this is the ads manager. Right now it's been updated as of right now. We managed to get a total of 2 purchases, so 1 more purchase. We got 2 add to carts, again thanks Facebook, but 5 initiate checkouts, which in my opinion is actually very good. We have 2 ad sets, one being H and W, that would be health and wellness, and also neck. We have one coming out at a cost per purchase of $7.78 and the other one $7.62. For this one we actually only ended up spending $62.49 because some ads got disapproved and I had to turn them on later. So we actually spent less but got more from this. We spent a total of $62.49 and got $160 back in sales. So that means we're fairly profitable on the first day, which is obviously fantastic news, and that's definitely a great sign. Now this could also be slightly lucky. That's where we're going to be taking a look at a little bit of a broader picture and letting this run for a few more days and then actually evaluating the statistics with a little bit more data that we're working with. So we have a total of 2.56 ROAS, which is very good for the very first day, if we remember back at our initial break-even ROAS and our break-even cost per purchase. Our purchase ROAS for these 2 ad sets was obviously super profitable, coming in at over 10, and in general, even though nothing literally changed, the CTR was slightly better on this. So all in all, this store did perform better. Here a short look into the dashboard for those of you curious on Luxurapay, so the $250 store, but I do believe there are still a few things that we can change up to improve the conversion rate slightly that I did mention in the initial video if you haven't seen it yet. Now those are pretty much the things that I wanted to go through in this video, and I wanted to show you. There is an interesting price difference and a quality difference between the 2 stores, but I think the store that we did get for $25 is insane value, but I also think that the $250 store is also fantastic, as we can see through the results. Now I'm relatively happy with the results that we did get for a total of $140 that we did spend across these 2 ad accounts, accumulating $240 in total. Obviously we still have the product cost to account coming at a roughly $29.11. You'll probably see the total profits on the screen right now, and it's pretty decent for the first day of testing. So I'm sure you guys would want to see a little bit more. That's why I'm going to be doing a separate video on this exact store, the $250 store, where I'm going to be doing this for a whole week. So we're going to be dropshipping for a week, and I'm going to show you the behind the scenes, how to actually precisely break and kill ad sets, scale a few, so that you guys have a better understanding of how to move forward with your Facebook ads. I think that should help you guys massively, and I'm super excited for that video. If you are excited for that one as well, please do subscribe so that you stay tuned for this one. That's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I definitely think this was an interesting small mini challenge that we did with quite decent results in the end. And if you do want to win the store that I mentioned earlier, the $25 store, which I still think is fantastic, do enter the giveaway if you kindly want to obviously get it. So that's it for me. Get excited for a few new videos that are coming this week, this month. June's gonna be a big one. Get excited, get stoked, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.